So currently, when the last remaining player dies, what we are doing is simply restarting the game, basically just reloading the level and playing again. That's fine, but this is not exactly where I want to do it. Now, there is a function called end match that we can use, and this does have something we may or may not want to consider, but basically right now we are in our own game state calling end game. Now, what end game does is simply sets begame ended to true and, replicates it. If we look at the end match function that is built in with the game mode, it goes ahead and calls set match state, which will eventually, make its way down to grab the game mode and call set match state on it. And then this here will simply go through, set the match state, which is a replicated variable, and eventually fire off the on rep for it. So we can either use our current, end game logic, or we can use the existing on rep match state. Now, in our case, for now, because we have already started, working with it, I'm going to use the end game. However, it should be very, very easy to migrate over later, if we decide to utilize the existing match state. So to begin, I do want to call end match, but I want to have our own logic inside of it. So over here in our header, let's go ahead and override end match. I do want to call the parent, and what I want to have happen is I want to call endgame on our player state, or sorry, our game state. And I also want to remove the call to restart game, as that can be used later. So upon end match, we go ahead and we call endgame on the game state. And what I want to do here is I also want to iterate over all the zombies and pretty much disable their controllers. Now, the reason being, what I want to have happen after the game has ended is I want the players to basically pan around the level and, basically be attached to a camera on rails that we predefine that just, takes whatever path we defined for it. And once it has, reached the end of that path, what the server can do is basically just go ahead and, well, restart the match. So we need to first off go ahead and get all the zombie classes or zombie pawns that exist. So we need to use the U gameplay statics, get all actors of class, pass in the world, and we need the A zombie pawn static class. Now I'm going to store this in a variable called, let's do found zombies. So tier A of A actor found zombies. So now we can just iterate over. So for A actor found zombie and found zombies, and we simply want to cast to a pawn. So A pawn, let's do just zombie pawn equals cast to a pawn from found zombie. And from here, we want access to the controller. Now, we can't just, because, we're going to destroy it, we can't just grab the controller because there is cleanup that we are already, doing. So, for example, if we go to the zombie pawn, let's go down to the on death. When the zombie dies, we are already destroying the given controller. So if we try to access the controller from the zombie pawn, we're going to end up with a null pointer. And when we access it, we're going to crash. So we need to wrap it. So if a controller, let's call it zombie controller, equals zombie pawn, get controller. And from here, we want to go ahead and first off, stop its movement. So zombie controller, stop movement. So it stops, trying to do any sort of walking or anything like that. Then we simply want to destroy it. So destroy, like so. And then we finish up by ending the game. So if we give this a quick try, we can see the end result. Okay, once we are in the editor, let's give this a try. So I use our debug, so I press G and then one more time, G again, and you can see we get game ended, as well as the zombie is no longer, well, doing anything. So that's what we want. Now let's just triple check. We'll try it with, we'll do 2 clients, for example. So we'll go ahead and kill this guy, G and G, then G and G. And you can see the movement completely stops, and he should no longer have a controller. So that is good there. So now that we have that, the next thing we want to do, and that'll be in the next video, is start working on the actual camera rig that is going to be utilized to basically fly around the map. So I will see you then. If you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, you can find a link to my Patreon in the description below, where you can also get early access to this entire series.